Alright, yes.
Yeah, it's a little bouncy out here, huh?
It is a little bit.
Would you say?
Just a tiny bit.
Hey there, welcome back. We've got a shaky camera operator, but today we're gonna be doing a quick tour of our brand new lab boat. This is the research vessel Blue Hen Surveyor, and I am lucky enough to be the captain of this thing, and I've done a lot of work on it, so I'm gonna show you around. We bought it in May, and it's a Parker 2520 XL, so we have a bracket on the back with the 300, a single 300 Yamaha, and it's the modified V-hull, so it's a lot more stable when we're on station doing some work. But yeah, I just want to show you a couple things that we've done, and I'll give you a full tour. One of the brand new things that we've got on here is our beautifully welded davit made by a guy right down the road from us named Nate Landis at East Coast X Welding and Fabrication. The guy's an absolute stud, and he can make anything, including one of these. This is rated for 300 pounds, and I will say we've taken some human test loads on it, and they were successful. So that was really fun. This thing pivots really nicely. Right now I just got it like a dummy line on it, but it's got two snatch blocks so that we can put cable through it, as well as just some line. I've got about 150 feet of double braided line inside, but we can use pretty much whatever. So it's got 3 locking positions. One of them is all the way in the boat so that we can pick up some equipment, and we can get this bimini out of the way if we need to. Another one is just for like traveling and stuff. And then our third one is out here if we need to tow something. So one of the things that we do sometimes is using a towed side scan sonar. And what that will probably entail is running a cable into the cockpit to the desk that's in there. I'll show you that. And then out these 2 snatch blocks, and then over the side of the boat, and we'll be towing that piece of equipment a couple meters above the seafloor. So that having it locked in place here is really nice. And then if we need to pull something relatively large into the boat, we also have a sailing winch mounted sideways here. So if we've got something off the side that we need to pull in, this has a 1:9 power ratio going forwards, and it has a 1:27 power ratio going backwards. Alright, so moving right along here, we also have, this is the dual helm setup on these Parker 2520s. I really liked it, and I actually used this little compartment here for our brand new autopilot pump. We've got some really good help from the folks over at CarQuest down the road. Sanford, you're a legend. Thank you so much for helping me. Would not have been able to do that without those guys. So over here on our port side, Nate from East Coast X Welding and Fabrication also made us this really nice structure here that houses our portus pole over the side. So this is our sonar pole that we're going to be talking about in a little bit on a future video, but we needed a really solid mounting system that's more solid than just this gunnel fiberglass. So he did an awesome job here, and I'm really excited to go surveying with it and use this boat for what it's meant for. We've got a brand new cable pass-through that I put in. So this is just for anything that we have to put over the side. We've got this cowl vent, and it gets replaced with a normal O-ring cap. And so we can run cables inside through this piece of trim, and it will keep everything watertight if there's no cables, and if there are cables, then any type of splashing is not going to be much of a problem at all. So moving inside here, pardon the mess, but we're out here working. So the only thing this is kind of like a relatively standard setup within these Parker 2520s. I did add the autopilot screen. I chose to have the Garmin one. We've also got this brand new desk that I'd spent a couple days working on. I had to make sure that it could flip up so that the door can shut to the V-berth. But that was a fun little project. Roll the clip. So yeah, this is sturdier than the boat. I actually might have to reinforce the bulkhead a little bit, but it is what it is. So then finally in here is probably my favorite spot in the boat. This is our V-berth, and it is an excellent nap area. It's also our bathroom, so dual purpose, but this thing, it's very spacious, and we are considering putting some desks in there or something like that, but for now it's just kind of storage and lounging if you need to get horizontal or whatever it is. So the last thing here that's pretty different is our cross. We haven't quite got a professional sounding name for it yet, but this is definitely a new addition. This is all just like speed rail and a little bit of welded stuff for our 3 restricted in her ability to maneuver lights. So we have a red, white, red here that signals, it's the universal signal for restricted in her ability to maneuver. That's something that we need during our surveys to tell other people that that they need to move out of our way so that we can complete our work. We also have hangers on each side. For this one is for our day shapes, which are the daytime equivalent of these red, white, red lights. And then we also have a hanger here for a radar reflector if we're out offshore, just to help other people see us. So we also have an anchor light up top, but this whole thing is removable pretty easily. I chose to do everything here with these Kleio marine lifeline fittings. So this is ducks, which is heat-treated Dyneema, and some really nice, easy fittings and luggage tags so that I can take this off in only a few minutes and then plug in our original anchor light if we need to, for example, if we need to tow the boat, or if we just want to have this thing off for a while and we're not going to be surveying. So this is probably iteration 1. We'll have plenty more versions of this. We're planning on putting some antennas on here for some of our other equipment. So, but we felt that having a mast like this would be really important for us going forward. So plenty more to come there. So that's pretty much it. Anything else that you see on here is relatively standard for a Parker 2520. I will say I also added some of these removable pad eyes. So these are plugs in there right now, but there's little eyes that actually screw back into these so that we can mount any type of equipment here, carry an AEV or something like that. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. We would love to host you to do some work with you using our boat. I think we've got this thing pretty dialed in. There's only one more thing that we have to do. We've got a big bank of Dakota lithium batteries that's coming in that we're going to be able to use to power any of our house equipment for roughly 8 hours, depending on what it is. So I'm very excited to install all of that. But this has been the research vessel Blue Hen Surveyor. So hopefully we'll see you on the water soon.